This is the fourth video in the Custom Quadzilla series. In this video, I cover the final assembly and the first test ride. I'm still waiting for this clutch cover gasket, but I'm going to go ahead and start putting things back together. I'm getting too old for this. So next I'm going to tighten this bolt up, tighten up this one. Well, actually, I'm going to tighten this, I'm going to leave this one loose, and then I'm going to install the rest of the motor mounts while that one's still loose. And then once all the motor mounts are on loosely, then I'm going to tighten everything up. Alright, I finally got my gaskets, so I'm going to start sealing up the engine, and then I'll get back to regular assembly. I'm just putting a little grease on this gasket before I mount it. A couple things that I want to make sure are aligned. These teeth on the clutch need to be facing backwards. And I also want to pay attention to where my crank is positioned, because I'm going to have to get the water pump to line up with that, or else the case won't go on. How it looks like it should be. And let's hope that's aligned. And we did good first shot. All right. Back together enough that I'm ready for the first test start. Alright, so I was able to do the first heat cycle, basically just at idle, a little bit above idle, and then let it cool down. I was going to take it for a test ride, didn't install the new chain yet, so that's not going to happen until the new chain gets here. I think it's coming on Wednesday. Now I'm just finishing up making the custom headlight bracket. We have the front and rear plastics mounted up. All new hardware. Looking good. Just waiting on few more pieces to button it up. Next, I'm working on the seat cover. So the first thing that you want to do is lay out your seat cover inverted, and then find the centers in the front and in the back, and make a little mark where your center mark is. And then you want to first tack this side, put 2 tacks in on that side, and then you want to pull it kind of tight, but not real tight that it's going to stretch your seat. I don't know if you've seen some of these old four-wheelers where the front seats just kind of curve up. That's because over the years these seat covers have been put on too tight. So you don't want it to conform to the seat just yet. You want it to be flat and kind of snug, but not too tight. And then put a couple tacks in the back, and then next you're going to pull this around and put a tack on this side and a tack on that side, and then just make sure that it's centered. And then once you have those all tacked in place, then you can start working your way all the way around from the front to the back, and just make sure that everything's snug, and try to work out any wrinkles that you might have. And if there's anything that's giving you a hard time to get out, you can use a heat gun, but you definitely don't want to overheat it. You can use a hair dryer if you have a hair dryer as well. Got the seat mounted. Looks pretty good. I think the gray looks all right. I probably should have went with black, but I didn't want to have too much black in the theme. But I think the line coming down from the gas tank would have looked good in black. But it's done. Maybe next time I change the seat cover, if it needs it, I'll get the same one, but I'll get that part in black. The only thing that I'm waiting on now is the chain, and then we'll be ready to take it for the first test ride. Finally done. So I'll give you a quick walk around, see how clean this thing is. As always, thank you for watching my video. If you like the content and the information that I provide, please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel for more great projects on the Jeep, the Corvette, the Quadzillas, and other projects around the house. I do my best to make these videos to make it easier for you in the future if you're working on similar projects.